Well, the WNBA is in the second half of the season, and they in their playoff push. And the WNBA had just announced the coach of the month for the month of August, Indiana Fever's head coach, Christie Sides. Christie Sides is finally getting her just dues, and now she's shutting all the Caitlin Clark haters up. But before we get off into today's podcast, tell a friend to tell a friend. Well, the Indiana Fever are the hottest team in the WNBA, led by head coach Christie Sides. Now, Christie Sides has been highly criticized in the past when the Indiana Fever started off to a 1-8 record. You know, people was talking about Christie Sides needs to be fired. Christie Sides needs to be let go. She's not the coach for the Indiana Fever. Oh, she's doing Caitlin Clark a disservice. We heard it all. We heard all the ramblings on the wall. We heard, from these content creators on the YouTube space talking about fire Christie Sides, making videos, just going at Christie Sides in every way they could. Every time that Indiana lost a ball game, they would always say it's Sides' fault. She don't know how to coach. She don't make no coaching adjustments. Her ability to run the X's and O's as a head coach is just not there. And they wanted Christie Sides fired. They wanted her to go. Also, they took some shots at some players as well. They wanted, Kelsey Mitchell to be let go, traded. They wanted Erica Wheeler gone. Everything that benefited around the narrative of let Caitlin Clark cook. And that's the narrative that most of these Caitlin Clark fans was pushing. Just let Caitlin Clark cook. It didn't matter who else was on the team, but the head coach was taking, obviously, shot after shot every day when they was losing, when they was started out 1-8. They wanted the head coach going. I've been on record to say that, man, give Christie Sides a chance. When they went on that 4-game win streak, Christie Sides cultivated that team and got them together and got them on a 4-game win streak. So if it starts with the head coach, if y'all saying that the head coach is the reason why they was 1-8, so give Christie Sides her praise when she turned it around, when she won 4 straight. Now Christie Sides, to me, is standing on business. She blocked out the noise after the Olympic break. The Indiana Fever are the hottest team in the WNBA. You don't want to see them come playoff time. They got a potential to move up to the fifth slot in the WNBA playoff race. Right now, they currently holding down the 6th spot. Coming outside the Olympic break, they're 8-1. I mean, they're doing tremendous things, and it's all because of Christie Sides, her head coaching ability, the things that she is selling in practice, and the things that she's selling to the team. The team is buying in, and the team has finally figured it out, and they look like a well-oiled machine. But nobody wants to give Christie Sides her credit for what she has done and has turned this team around, and the Indiana Fever are in the playoffs for the first time in 3 years. Now, Indiana, outside of Christie Sides, they have a great basketball team. They got 3 All-Stars in Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and also Kelsey Mitchell. And then they got a bruiser and Alyssa Smith. So they got in Katie Lou Samuelson, what she did tonight against the LA Sparks, came in there and gave Rakia Jackson fits. Lexi Hall, what she's doing, the way she's shooting the ball. So they have a team. They have pieces that can come in and do their job and let the 3 All-Stars do what they have to do. We saw what Aaliyah Boston did tonight. We saw Aaliyah Boston being put in good positions with the pick and roll to go in there and get to 24 points to 14 rebounds. Caitlin Clark had the triple-double, the 24 to 10 in the 10. Kelsey Mitchell pitching in with what she does all the time, the most consistent player on the team, the closer on the team. But Aaliyah Boston, man, that offense, you run that offense through Aaliyah Boston, and I think that's what Christie Sides has figured out. Aaliyah Boston needs to get her touches. I don't know what she has said to Caitlin Clark, coming outside the Olympic break, but I know she had that press conference. asking Caitlin Clark what did they need to do better. And Caitlin Clark, she said it herself, man, that, everybody has to be involved. And right now, that whole team is involved. And it's all because of what Christie Sides has implemented for this Indiana Fever's offense. And the objective of the game is to outscore people. We know they flawed on the defensive side of the court, but they're outscoring people. And they can flat out put the ball in the basket. And you have to give Christie Sides her respect and her just dues for what she's doing as a head coach. Now the WNBA has just came out and announced that Christie Sides is the coach of the month in the WNBA for the month of August. And I went on the record to say that Christie Sides' name needs to be mentioned in for, coach of the year, because she is doing some tremendous things with this Indiana Fever team. And this is what I'm saying for all the, Christie Sides haters that came out early in the season that wanted her to be fired. Where are you guys at now? Why can't y'all give Christie Sides her praise? You wanted to have her fired. You did videos about letting her go. Where are you at now? Show your face, man. We asking for you guys to show your face. Give Christie Sides her respect. Give her just dues. Now, Fever's Christie Sides named WNBA Coach of the Month. Now, the accolades keep rolling in for the Indiana Fever. Fever head coach Christie Sides was named the WNBA Coach of the Month for the month of August. The Fever were 5-1 in the month after returning from the Olympic break. Sides is the first coach in Fever history to win the award. In the month of August, the Fever led the league in scoring at 89.7 points a game. They also hit the most three-pointers in the WNBA in the month of August with 72 three-pointers made. This award comes one day after Caitlin Clark was named Eastern Conference Player of the Week for the second week in a row. The Fever clinched a playoff spot on Tuesday night for the first playoff appearance since 2016. They currently sit in the 6th seed, and the playoffs started on Wednesday and would play against Minnesota Lynx in the first round. They have a half-game lead on the Phoenix Mercury for the 6th spot and 3 games behind the Storm to improve to the 5th seed. The Fever start a 6-game homestand Wednesday night playing the Los Angeles Sparks at 7 p.m., which was tonight. So for all the people that said Christie Sides is not a great coach and she's not a good coach for this Indiana Fever team, we beg to differ. Christie Sides is shutting all her haters up, especially these Caitlin Clark fans that have pointed out that Christie Sides needs to go. She's not the coach for Caitlin Clark. Y'all wanted to 86 her. Y'all wanted to get her out. But she's here to stay, and Christie Sides is making some noise in the WNBA, and rightfully so. She is standing on business, shutting these haters up by achieving this award. The first Indiana Fever coach to do this, get the Coach of the Month, and she is standing on business. So we got to start giving our praise to Christie Sides. We can't just call it one-sided. You got to give everybody their just dues. And I've been on record to state that Christie Sides needs a fair shake. She is the one that turned that team around when they went on that 4-game win streak. But leave it to y'all. Leave it to y'all Caitlin Clark fans. Y'all go out there and say that Christie Sides is no good. What do y'all want? Y'all not watching the Indiana Fever. Y'all just watching Caitlin Clark. And it's ridiculous. Y'all not watching basketball. Y'all just watching everything that Caitlin Clark does. Y'all not watching what the head coach is doing. Y'all just feel that when y'all lose, get rid of the head coach because it's not benefiting Caitlin Clark. But Christie Sides is a hell of a coach. She's proven that. She got the accolades now. She got the award to stand on business. And she's stunting on y'all right now. And she's telling y'all, how y'all like me now? How you like me now? Back then, you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Y'all on me. But like I said, the Indiana Fever are a scary basketball team right now. They look like a well-oiled machine led by Indiana head coach Christie Sides. And she's making all this happen. But you guys, let me know what y'all think about today's video and what y'all think about Christie Sides winning this Coach of the Month and what y'all think about all these Caitlin Clark haters that have to now accept the fact that Christie Sides ain't going nowhere. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K. Sapp. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces. And remember, on your way out the door, before you put your shoes on, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. And we out. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.